The camera industry is currently in a state of heightened anticipation as Nikon prepares to introduce the Nikon Z9 II, the successor to its revolutionary Z9 flagship model. While the original Z9 made a massive impact by pushing the boundaries of what a mirrorless camera could achieve, the Z9 II is expected to further elevate Nikon's position in a market that remains fiercely contested by rivals Sony and Canon. With a potential release on the horizon, this next-generation powerhouse is set to combine raw imaging performance with refined technological upgrades, making it an enticing option for professionals who demand excellence in both photography and videography. When Nikon launched the Z9 in 2021, it marked a pivotal turning point in the brand's mirrorless journey. Featuring a 45.7 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor, 8K 30p video capability, and a shutterless design that eliminated the need for a mechanical shutter, the Z9 redefined industry expectations. It wasn't just a camera, it was a bold declaration that Nikon was ready to compete head-to-head with Sony's Alpha 1 and Canon's EOS R3. Despite its impressive specs and performance, however, the Z9 faced tough competition. Sony continued to dominate autofocus performance with its advanced tracking algorithms, and Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF remained a benchmark in the field. Nikon's market share struggled to catch up, but the Z9 II now represents a strategic opportunity to close those gaps while enhancing the strengths of its predecessor. At the center of the Nikon Z9 II's rumored feature set is one potentially game-changing piece of technology: a global shutter. If implemented, this would mark the first use of a global shutter in a full-frame mirrorless camera. Unlike traditional rolling shutters that scan images line by line, often resulting in the infamous jello effect, a global shutter captures the entire frame simultaneously, eliminating motion distortion and ensuring accurate image rendering in high-speed scenarios. This advancement would be particularly impactful for professionals shooting sports, wildlife, or any other fast-paced subjects, placing the Z9 II in a league of its own. Interestingly, Nikon is rumored to be reducing the resolution of the Z9 II sensor to around 20.4 megapixels. While this may seem like a step back on paper, it's a strategic move that prioritizes speed and low-light performance over sheer pixel count. Lower resolution sensors enable faster readout speeds, which are essential for capturing ultra-fast burst sequences and minimizing latency. This design philosophy mirrors that of professional sports-oriented cameras, where the ability to freeze decisive moments often outweighs the need for ultra-high-resolution files. Paired with dual XPET 7 processors, or possibly an all-new XPET 8 engine, the Z9 II could deliver burst rates of up to 120 frames per second for JPEG and 30 frames per second for RAW. Such speeds would ensure that photographers never miss a critical moment. On the video front, the Z9 II is also expected to see significant upgrades, potentially leveraging Nikon's recent acquisition of Red Digital Cinema. This partnership could enable the inclusion of red-grade video capabilities, such as internal 8K 60p RAW recording, improved codec options, and enhanced color science. These features would further cement the Z9 II's reputation as a hybrid workhorse, appealing to both photographers and cinematographers alike. Support for 4K at 120p and Full HD at 240p may also be included for high-quality slow-motion capture. However, questions remain regarding heat management, especially with dual-card video recording. Utilizing CF Express and SD cards simultaneously for video could introduce thermal constraints, so efficient cooling solutions will be critical for long-duration shooting. Autofocus is another critical area where the Nikon Z9 II is expected to shine. Nikon is reportedly refining its 3D tracking system by integrating AI-powered subject recognition. This could help the Z9 II compete more directly with Sony's real-time tracking and Canon's sophisticated AF technologies. A dedicated AI coprocessor may be added to boost predictive focusing, particularly in challenging scenarios like tracking birds in flight. While the Z9 already performs admirably in many autofocus situations, users have reported occasional struggles with subjects such as long-necked birds or scenes with low contrast. The Z9 II's autofocus system will need to combine speed and accuracy to win over professionals in wildlife and sports photography. In terms of physical design, the Nikon Z9 II is expected to maintain the durable and rugged magnesium alloy body of the original model, which has been praised for its resilience in extreme conditions. Nikon may introduce minor ergonomic enhancements such as additional customizable buttons or an upgraded electronic viewfinder with a higher resolution of 5.76 million dots, potentially borrowed from the Z6 III. That said, there is an ongoing debate among professionals regarding EVF resolution. Some argue that slightly lower resolution EVFs are better for manual focus checks due to reduced pixel smoothing. Nikon will need to carefully consider how any changes in this area affect usability. One notable omission in the original Z9 was pixel shift high-resolution mode, a feature found in the Z8 and Z6 III. Including this in the Z9 II would appeal to landscape and studio photographers by enabling the creation of ultra-high-resolution composites, up to 180 megapixels, via duct-precise sensor movement. Additionally, enhancements to in-body image stabilization could bring the Z9 II more in line with competitors, potentially offering up to 7 stops of stabilization for handheld shooting. The Nikon Z9 II won't exist in a vacuum. Its two main rivals, Sony's Alpha 1 II and Canon's EOS R1, are expected to offer formidable competition. Sony is rumored to be refining its already class-leading autofocus system while upgrading to a 50-megapixel stack sensor. Meanwhile, Canon's EOS R1 may introduce its own full-frame global shutter. Nikon's challenge is to set the Z9 II apart through distinct innovations, such as the RED integration and potentially industry-leading flash sync speeds, rumored to reach as fast as 1/12,000s. These unique selling points could give Nikon the edge in a fiercely contested flagship segment. Pricing will also be a decisive factor. The original Z9 launched at $5,500, a figure significantly lower than Sony's Alpha 1. If Nikon maintains a similar price for the Z9 II, it would offer professionals an attractive value proposition, especially if the upgrades are as substantial as expected. However, feedback from current Z9 users suggests that many are content with their existing models, especially after multiple firmware updates that added new features like bird-eye autofocus and expanded video capabilities. As such, Nikon must ensure that the Z9 II delivers compelling reasons for both existing users to upgrade and new customers to invest. There are still some lingering concerns among professionals, particularly regarding pre-capture RAW, faster wireless tethering, and dual-card video recording, features that have yet to be perfected in Nikon's lineup. Addressing these in the Z9 II could significantly boost its appeal. Additionally, lens availability will play a key role in the system's overall adoption. While Nikon's Z-mount lineup has expanded rapidly, professionals continue to call for more exotic prime lenses, such as a 200mm f/2 or a 300mm f/2.8. If Nikon doesn't provide clear updates on its lens roadmap alongside the Z9 II's release, it could dampen enthusiasm for the new body. Ultimately, the Nikon Z9 II is more than just another camera, it's a pivotal strategic move in the high-stakes professional imaging market. By building upon the foundation laid by the Z9 and refining it with faster processing, smarter autofocus, and RED-enhanced video features, Nikon aims to meet the needs of elite photographers and filmmakers who value speed, durability, and versatility. However, the camera's reception will largely depend on how well it balances bold innovation with practical improvements. Will the benefits of a global shutter outweigh potential compromises in dynamic range? Can Nikon's autofocus truly catch up to Sony's unmatched real-time performance? With the 2026 Olympics on the horizon, the timing of the Z9 II's release could be ideal for positioning it as the ultimate professional tool for capturing world-class moments. While the Z9 II may not reinvent the wheel, its targeted enhancements could make it a formidable contender in the flagship mirrorless space. For now, the photography world watches and waits, eager to see whether the Z9 II can exceed expectations and redefine what Nikon represents in the modern era of imaging. One thing is clear, Nikon isn't playing it safe this time. Neither should you.